students, welcome to another session of All Force e-learning program. I am DNR, your physics lecturer. So we were doing with vectors. In the previous session, we have talked about subtraction of vectors. So we will continue with the illustrations of subtraction of vector. So before that, let's give you a recall of what we have learned till date. So I was telling you, physical quantity, anything which is measured, right? When you measure, you get a quantity. The quantity that is measured, we obtain a physical quantity. A physical quantity is, physical quantities are classified into two: scalars, vectors. Scalars, which have got only magnitude, no direction. Vectors have got magnitude, direction, and they obey the laws of vectors. Well, we have taken the representation of vectors, types of vectors, all that. Addition of vectors, right? According to addition, we have taken two methods. One is graphical method. The other one is analytical method. Graph method, we have taken two: triangle law and polygon law. Triangle law for two vectors and polygon law for many, more than two number of vectors. Well, next, polygon law of vectors is the analytical method, formula method, by which we have derived a formula also for the resultant magnitude and direction. Well, now subtraction of vectors. So talking about subtraction of vectors, in the previous session I have explained you subtraction of vectors. Actually, it is not a separate entity, it is addition only, but addition of two. Suppose if I consider two vectors A bar and this is B bar, suppose. So subtraction of vectors, S bar is A bar minus B bar. Well, I shall write as A bar plus of minus B bar. Minus B is the vector which is same magnitude as B but opposite in direction. So if this is B, then minus B is like this. So complete the parallelogram, then this is this. So therefore, subtraction of vector is the resultant of A bar and minus B bar. So mod S, we have found it yesterday, it is A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta, where theta is the angle between A and B. This is 180 minus theta. Theta is not the angle between A and minus B, it is the angle between A and B. Well, if I take angle A and minus B, then it is 180 minus theta. So you can write it as plus of 2AB cos 180 minus theta, or cos 180 minus theta is minus. So I have simplified. Then the direction angle made by the resultant with the vector tan beta, it is B sin theta by A minus B cos theta. Mind you, theta is the angle between A and B, it is not A and minus B. Okay? So the magnitude and resultant of the subtraction of vectors there. Now in this one, let us take up the various cases in subtraction of vectors. Look first, suppose case 1, first case. If A bar and B bar are in same direction, if they are in same direction, so if theta is equal to 0, so they are in same direction, or they are parallel vectors. If they are parallel vectors or like vectors, you can even term it as like vectors. Then, so that is A bar is like this and B bar is also like this. Then how about the subtraction of vectors? Mod S. Well, substituting in this formula, I get mod S subtraction. It is root of A square plus B square minus 2AB cos 0. Well, cos 0 is 1. Substituting, I will get this as root of A square plus B square minus 2AB. It is under root of A minus B whole square. So I get mod S is equal to A minus B. So subtraction of vectors magnitude is A minus B. So therefore magnitude of subtraction is A minus B. Implies this is the minimum magnitude, minimum subtraction magnitude of magnitude of the vectors there. So it is A bar minus, subtraction, magnitude of the subtraction of vectors is A minus B. It is the subtraction of magnitude of A minus magnitude of B. Well, so this way you find out the resultant subtraction of vectors. Similarly, if theta is equal to 180 degrees, what do you mean 180 degrees? If they are in opposite direction, anti-parallel or unlike vectors, if they are unlike vectors, then what is the thing there? So A bar is like this, but B bar is in opposite direction. Then what is the subtraction magnitude? So we know the formula, it's A square plus B square minus 2AB cos 180 degrees. Well, you know cos 180 is minus 1, substituting minus of minus I get plus. So it's under root of A square plus B square minus 2AB of minus 1, minus of minus you will get as plus. So mod S is equal to root of, this is in the form of A square plus B square plus 2AB. It's A plus B whole square, I get A plus B. This is the maximum resultant, maximum magnitude. So subtraction of two vectors will have minimum magnitude if they are in same direction. Maximum magnitude if they are in opposite direction like this. Maximum if they are in opposite direction. Now case 3, third case, if theta is 90 degrees. Vectors A bar, B bar are perpendicular. A bar and B bar are perpendicular like this. A, B, 90 degrees like this. Then mod S, we know the formula. It is A square plus B square minus 2AB cos 90. But you know cos 90 is 0. So this is 0. So if this is 0, mod S is root of A square plus B square. This is called the perpendicular resultant. It is the perpendicular resultant. So this way, when two vectors are in same direction, so you try to compare. When we were doing with the addition resultant, when two vectors are in same direction, the addition resultant was maximum. It was A plus B. But here when two vectors are in same direction, the subtraction resultant is minimum. It is A minus B. Similarly, when the vectors are in opposite direction, the addition resultant was minimum, A minus B. But here, when they are in opposite direction, the subtraction resultant is maximum, A plus B. So, the subtraction and addition both have opposite values in these two cases. When theta 0, subtraction is minimum, but the addition is maximum. When theta 180, subtraction is maximum, but the addition is minimum. But you know, when theta is 90, the subtraction magnitude is root of A square plus B square. You please remember, even the addition resultant is also root of A square plus B square only. So when theta is 90, the subtraction resultant and the addition resultant have same magnitude. For theta 0 and theta 180, they are opposite. But for theta 90, their magnitudes are same. This you have to remember. It's a very important point, you know, based on this. A question was asked based on this in many of the entrance examinations in India. It has appeared many a time again also. It may even again come again in later also. It's so important that for what angle the addition resultant and the subtraction resultant will have same magnitude. This is the question. Right? If subtraction and addition resultant have same magnitude, then what is the angle between the vectors? It is possible only when theta is 90, perpendicular. When vectors are perpendicular, theta 90, the addition resultant, subtraction resultant, both are equal. Very important question. You know, this question was asked actually, it will be asked in this manner there, right? So, when theta is 0, subtraction is minimum, but the addition is maximum. When theta 180, subtraction is maximum, addition is minimum. Now, that you have to remember. But theta 90, subtraction and addition both are equal, both are same, right? So based on this, the question will be asked in this manner. Now the question is asked like this. A bar and B bar are two vectors, right? Two vectors. If mod A bar plus B bar is mod A bar minus B bar, then find the angle between A bar and B bar. This is the question. Right? This question is asked in many of the entrance examination, many a time, and it is repeated. It can even again come in later examinations also. So the question says A and B are two similar vectors. Of course, the vectors are of same physical quantity. If the addition magnitude and subtraction magnitude both are equal, then what is the angle between them? You see, the addition resultant, you know, mod A bar plus B bar, this is mod R. mod A bar minus B bar, it is mod S. So magnitude of the addition resultant and subtraction resultant both are equal. Then we know magnitude of mod R we know it as under root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. And this is equal to mod S. Well, mod S we know it is root of A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. Right? So this and this both are equal. Square on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Then we get A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta is A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. Well, A square, B square, A square, B square cancel. So addition resultant is plus 2AB, A square, B square plus 2AB. Subtraction resultant is A square, B square minus 2AB. In our question it is given that both are equal. If both are taken as equal, then so equating both, squaring on both sides. A square, B square cancel. So it is 2AB cos theta is minus 2AB cos theta. Well, if I get this side, it's 4AB cos theta, because minus when it comes inside becomes plus 2AB. 2AB cos theta plus 2AB cos theta. 4 2AB cos theta is 0. Well, 4 cannot be 0. A and B are non-zero vectors. A and B are two non-zero similar vectors they are. They are not zero vectors. So non-zero vectors. So the only possibility is cos theta is 0. So for what angle of theta cos theta will be 0? We know theta cos 90 is 0. So the angle theta is 90. A very important question. Very important, which has appeared in many of the entrance examination, many a time, repeatedly it is asked. It can even come again even in further exams also. So please remember a very important question. If mod A bar plus B bar is mod A bar minus B bar, then what do you infer? We infer that the vectors are perpendicular. It is possible only when theta is 90. So when theta is 90, perpendicular, two vectors, the addition resultant and the subtraction resultant both will be of same magnitude. Both are of same magnitude. Very important question. Right? So, suppose if the same question is asked instead of magnitude, suppose if the same question is asked in the other way. Look, the question is slightly changed. A bar and B bar are two vectors, not non-zero vectors. Now, A bar and B bar are two vectors, then two vectors like this. Then if in this one, if R bar is the addition resultant and S bar is the subtraction resultant, R bar is the addition resultant and S bar is the subtraction resultant, then he will ask you a question, can R bar be equal to S bar? The question is changed. A bar, B bar are just two vectors, right? Two similar vectors, of course they are of same magnitude, same unit, they belong to the same physical quantity, they are belonging to the same physical quantity. Then A bar, B bar are two vectors such that given R bar and S bar are their addition and subtraction resultants, R and S are addition and subtraction resultants, then can R bar be equal to S bar? Right? So he is asking you R bar. We know R bar is A bar plus B bar. S bar is A bar minus B bar. So he is asking whether these two are equal or not. So can these two be equal? R bar is equal to S bar. That is A bar plus B bar is A bar minus B bar. Is this possible? Now A bar plus B bar is A bar minus B bar. A get cancelled. B bar is minus B bar. So minus B, if I get it this side, 2B bar is 0. 2 cannot be 0. So B bar is 0. So B is a 0 vector, null vector. So can R bar be equal to S bar? Answer yes. If B bar is a null vector or 0 vector. For null vector only this is possible, or 0. For B to be null vector, then only it is 0. Well, we know when we were talking about the null vector, 0 vector, I was telling you, if there is a vector A bar, when I add 0 bar to it, it remains as A bar. When I subtract 0 bar to it, it remains as A bar. When 0 vector is either added or subtracted to a vector, the vector remains as it is. There is no change in the vector. When 0 vector is either added or subtracted, the vector remains same. So, right here, B bar is added to A and B bar is subtracted to A. Then, if both two has to remain same, it is possible only for B bar to be a null vector. Only when B bar is null vector, it is possible, right? So that way, you can. This is another important question that can be asked trickily to check whether R bar and S bar be equal. Can they be equal? The answer is yes, they are equal if B bar is a null vector like this. Okay, so that way we can relate the thing there. Next, pause it. Yes. Now next case. What if A bar and B bar are of same magnitude? A bar magnitude and B bar magnitude is same as P. Then how we can find out the resultant subtraction resultant of these two? For this we are going to use a small trigonometric identity. 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 sin square theta by 2. Now this is the identity which I am going to use, right, in this derivation there. Okay, so remember 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2. Well, we have taken earlier 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2. Now this is 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2. Well, so if the magnitude of A and magnitude of B both are P, then what will be the magnitude of the subtraction resultant? Well, we know the subtraction resultant is A square plus B square minus 2AB cos of the angle between A and B. Now the angle between A bar and B bar is theta, please. Please don't get confused. Theta is not the angle between A and minus B. It is the angle between A and B. Then we get it as A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. So mod S. Now here it is given that the magnitude of A is P, magnitude of B is also P. So substituting in this one, we get P square plus P square minus 2P into P cos theta. Right? So P square minus 2P into P cos theta. So mod S is equal to under root of P square is 2P square minus 2P square cos theta. Well, mod S is equal to under root of 2P square taking common, I get 1 minus cos theta. 2P square, if I take common, it is 1 minus cos theta. So mod S is equal to under root of 2P square. Well, 1 minus cos theta I have already taken, that is a trigonometric identity. 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2. I shall substitute this as 2 sin square theta by 2 it is. Well, 2 into 2 I can write as 2 square. So it's 2 square P square sin square theta by 2. So square and root, when I cancel, you can cancel square and root. So mod S is equal to under root of 2P sin theta by 2 whole square it is. So square root cancel. So mod S is 2P sin theta by 2. So this is the magnitude for the subtraction resultant. So, we got the same thing. When the magnitudes are equal, then the addition resultant we got it as 2P cos theta by 2. Right? For vectors of same magnitude, the addition resultant was 2P cos theta by 2. The subtraction resultant is 2P sin theta by 2. So you please make a note of this. When two vectors are of same magnitude, then the subtraction resultant is 2P sin theta by 2. We got the addition resultant as 2P cos theta by 2. For the same condition, the addition resultant is 2P cos theta by 2. Subtraction resultant is 2P sin theta by 2. If I divide both mod S, mod R, right? If I divide both, it's 2P sin theta by 2 by 2P cos theta by 2. Well, 2P cancel, I get tan theta by 2. So the ratio of the subtraction resultant to addition resultant is tan theta by 2 when two vectors are of same magnitude. Here also they are the ratio of their magnitudes only. The ratio of the magnitudes will be tan theta by 2. For if the vectors are of same magnitude, you can directly use this formula to find the addition resultant or subtraction resultant there. So if two vectors are of same magnitude, PP, very important relation, you know, you will be coming across such, you will be coming across regarding this in many of the examples in later chapters. If two vectors are of same magnitude, then the subtraction resultant is 2p sin theta by 2. The addition resultant is 2p cos theta by 2. These two are very important with respect to the magnitude vectors of same magnitude there. Okay, right? You can comparing them. If you compare the subtraction resultant and the addition resultant ratio, the ratio is tan of theta by 2 like this. Okay, so this way you can compare the thing there. Yes, next, subtraction resultant. Let us take up the various cases in subtraction resultant. If two vectors A bar and B bar of same magnitude, A bar, B bar of same magnitude theta like this, then we have deduced for same magnitude the subtraction resultant mod S is equal to 2p sin theta by 2 it is. Mod S is 2p sin theta by 2. Now in this one, if I take up the various cases, again, if theta is equal to 0, A and B in same direction, A bar, B bar same direction, same magnitude and same direction, these both are equal vectors, then mod S, when they are in same direction, the subtraction is A minus B, so it is angle 0, substituting in this, so it is 2p sin 0 by 2. Well, sin 0 is 0, it is 0. So when two vectors are of same magnitude, say in the same direction, then the subtraction resultant is 0. Similarly, if theta is equal to 180 degrees, so A bar and B bar are in opposite directions. Both are in opposite direction. Then what is the subtraction resultant? Well, substituting this one, 2p sin of, the angle is 180, theta 180, sin 180 by 2. Well, 180 by 2 is 90. It is 2p sin 90. Sin 90 is 1. So, answer is 2. The maximum resultant we get. It is highest resultant 2p. Addition of their magnitudes. When theta is 60 degrees, suppose A bar and B bar are in same direction. At an angle, same magnitude, but angle theta is 60 degrees. Then mod S, it's 2p sin of 60 by 2. Well, sin 30, so it's 2p sin 30. We know sin 30 is 1 by 2, we will get it as p. For 180 it is 2p, for sin angle 60 degrees the resultant is p. Similarly, if theta is equal to 90 degrees, A and B are perpendicular, mod A is p, mod B is also p, mod B is also p, then mod S, it's 2p sin 90 by 2, it's 2p sin 45 or it's 2p sin 45 1 by root 2, we will get it as root 2p. The subtraction resultant is root 2p. You see, you please note this, even at 90 degree, even the addition resultant was also root 2p. At 90 degrees, subtraction and addition both will have same magnitude, right? Similarly, if theta is equal to 120 degrees, if I take theta as 120 degrees, so A bar and B bar are at 120 degrees like this. Then the subtraction resultant, mod S, it's 2p sin of 120 by 2 or it's 2p sin 60. Well, it's 2p sin 60 is root 3 by 2. I'll get it as root 3p. So the magnitude is root 3p there. At 60, at 120 degrees, root 3p, 90, root 2p, 60, it is root p, when theta 0, it is 0p, and at 180, it is 2p. As you see, the angle changes, the magnitude is also changing. So that way, you can compare, you can take down the various cases for the subtraction vectors. If two vectors are in same direction, when you subtract them, obviously the resultant is 0. The resultant is a 0 vector, null vector. Well, if the theta is 180 degrees, the subtraction resultant is maximum 2p, highest resultant you will get. Subtraction resultant it is 60, it is p. For 90, root 2p. For 120, root 3p. You see, as the angle is increasing, when theta 0, it is 0p. Theta 60, it is 1p. Theta 90, root 2p. Theta 120, root 3p. And theta 180 is root 4p. So, as the angle is increasing, then the magnitude of the subtraction resultant also increases. But you know, the addition resultant R, it was decreasing. Subtraction resultant, addition resultant both varies inversely. As the angle between the vectors increase, the subtraction resultant also increases. The magnitude of the subtraction resultant increases. You see, for 0, it is 0. 60, 1. It is 0p, 1p, root 2p, root 3p and root 4p. As the angle is increasing, the value is also increasing. You please compare and contrast. You see, on that day I was giving you the same example when theta is, magnitudes are equal. Then the addition resultant was 2p cos theta by 2. You know, cos is a decreasing function. As the angle increases, value decreases. But here it is sin theta by 2. You know, sin is an increasing function. As the angle increases, value increases. You compare there. There the value was decreasing as 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here the value is increasing as 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Under root of course. Root of. So, you please make a table with addition resultant, subtraction resultant for various angles. Then you can write down the table, we can check the comparison there. So that way the subtraction and addition resultant can be compared, and for various cases the subtraction result can be deduced in this manner there. It can be deduced. You know, coming to the direction of the resultant. So if this is A bar, B bar is like this, subtraction resultant is minus B bar. Then, you know, completing the parallelogram, if I complete the parallelogram, the subtraction resultant is the diagonal there. Now, when the vectors are of same magnitude, when these both are same magnitude, then the parallelogram becomes a rhombus. It's of same, all sides are equal. They are of same magnitude, all sides equal. Then the subtraction resultant, it is the diagonal. And this diagonal is the angular bisector. The remaining angle is 180 minus theta. So, the angular bisector beta will be half of this angle, it is 180 minus theta by 2. So, the resultant is the angular bisector beta, it's 90 minus theta by 2 like this. Subtraction resultant will be the angular bisector of these two vectors there, right. So, when vectors are of same magnitude, this is only for vectors of same magnitude, then the resultant vector will be along the angular bisector. The angle is 90 minus theta by 2 and the magnitude will be 2p sin theta by 2. For various angles you can find out like this. When theta 0, magnitude is 0. Theta 60, it is root 1p. I can write as root 1p. 90, root 2p. 120, it is root 3p. And for 180, it's root 4. So, as the angle is increasing, magnitude is also increasing. Right? So, magnitude also increases. Based on that, you can even find out the direction of the resultant vector also. Right? Okay, thank you.